Good morning, men. I'm here in Palos Verdes Estates at the Malga Cove Plaza. Right here behind me is a statue to the Greek god Neptune. Now, of course, Neptune wasn't a real person, but if he was, he'd have a nice statue of himself waiting for him to come visit whenever he's in town. But whenever I see this statue, and I've seen this many times over my last 60 years, I think about this passage in 1 Samuel where Saul has just come from defeating the Amalekites, and Samuel comes to look for him, and they find out that Saul's gone to make a monument of himself. Now, I just think how funny to imagine creating your own monument and saying, I'd like the horse to be a little bit bigger and the sword a little longer, and basically building a monument to himself. And you know, the Bible says that a man is tested by the praise he receives. And what it comes down to is, essentially, whose glory, or who gets the glory, I should say, right? Who gets the glory? Do we say, God gave me the victory, God gave me the strength, God gave me the ability, God gave me the gifts? Or do we say, thank you for acknowledging my part, or recognizing my talent and my ability and my gifts and my glory? You see, I know in my heart I'm a glory stealer. I recognize in those moments when someone gives me some kind of affirmation, my first temptation is to say, thank you for recognizing me. But there's a part of me that also recognizes that God is the one who deserves all the glory. And so in those moments, I have a decision to make. Am I going to acknowledge that anything good that I do, even showing up, comes from God? Or do I say to myself or to others, yeah, I deserve the credit. There's a war in me. Maybe there's a war in you. And maybe as you begin today, as you begin the work week, or just as you reflect on this, who gets the glory? And how do we become the kind of men that give God what he's due? If you're like me, I'm an idol maker. I make idols all the time, mostly out of myself. I want to always make a monument in my own honor. I want to build a bridge in my name. I want to create some kind of lasting legacy of me. But really what I want to do, if I'm going to be honest in my spiritual man, in the war that goes on, I want to acknowledge God. God is the one who gave me life. God is the one worthy of praise. I'll spend all the eternity, and so will you, giving God glory. Why not practice that today? So today, men, however praise comes to you, should it come to you at all, or when it does come, pause and give the credit to where it's due, even though it may deny yourself. Of course it will, but say, thanks be to God for the good things that come out of my life, out of my mind, out of my words, out of my actions. God deserves all the praise, all the glory.